A human girl walks with her scout abductors every morning until aliens discover her shocking secret. The morning walks had become routine. Every day at 0600 hours, the three Zypherian scouts would arrive at the perimeter fence of the quarantine settlement. 12-year-old Maya Chun would be waiting, her biosensor wristband already synced to their neural network. Together, they would walk the forest trail behind the compound. The girl and her three 7-foot-tall extraterrestrial custodians, their exoskeletons humming with low-frequency communication. The settlement director assumed the Zytherians were conducting behavioral observations. The scientific consensus held that the girl was a willing research subject, one of Earth's first human volunteers in the intergalactic exchange program. Her parents had signed the consent forms. The girl had never objected. What they didn't know was that Maya Chun was transmitting. Scout Unit Theta 7 detected the anomaly during the morning of day 247. Its sensory arrays registered electromagnetic emissions originating from the girl's neural tissue, but not the expected patterns of voluntary thought processing. Instead, her brain was generating precisely modulated pulses, binary code, systematic, intentional. Subject exhibiting unauthorized signal transmission. Theta 7 reported to its commander through quantum entangled communication. Commander Vex, monitoring from the orbital observation platform, ordered immediate neural containment. The three scouts descended on Maya as she walked between birch trees, their crystalline appendages extending to immobilize her arms. She didn't struggle. She never did. Neural scan initiated. Theta 7 announced, inserting a diagnostic probe into the neural port at the base of her skull, the same port the Zytherians had installed 6 months ago, ostensibly for educational data transfer. The scan revealed the truth within seconds. Maya's neural architecture was wrong. Impossible. Her brain exhibited characteristics inconsistent with baseline human neurology. The structural patterns matched no terrestrial species. The genetic markers indicated something far older than human civilization. Commander, Theta 7 transmitted, the subject is not human, or rather, not entirely human. Neural tissue analysis indicates hybrid origin, approximately 70% human, 30% Andorian. Silence rippled through the quantum network. Maya's eyes, dark brown, unremarkable, stared straight ahead as the scouts held her motionless. She had never flinched during the walks, never asked questions, never displayed fear. Explain, Commander Vex demanded. The scouts accessed the diagnostic data more thoroughly. The hybrid origin wasn't recent. Genetic analysis suggested her Andorian heritage traced back to the settlement's inception, roughly 247 years prior, when the first contact protocols had been established. The contamination was generational, deliberately hidden. Her mother, Theta 7 continued, reading the genetic markers, carried Andorian genetic material, dormant, suppressed through pharmaceutical intervention. The girl's birth triggered expression of the dormant alleles. Her neural development became hybrid. Maya's biosensor showed elevated heart rate, the first physiological response to fear the sensors had ever recorded from her. But her face remained passive, perfectly controlled. How long have you known? Vex demanded, shifting the question to the girl herself through the neural interface. Maya's lips moved. When she spoke, her voice was eerily calm, almost clinical. Since the neural port installation, I detected the diagnostic protocols immediately. I understood what I was. I calculated the probability of discovery, 97% within 6 months. Why cooperate? Theta 7 asked. Why not attempt escape? Because, Maya said, her young voice carrying the weight of impossible knowledge. I needed you to understand. I needed you to transmit my genetic analysis back to the Andorian collective. I needed them to know that humans can carry our genetics, that we're still compatible, that our species aren't as separate as the treaties claim. Commander Vex processed this in the quantum network, thousands of calculations racing through Zypherian logical frameworks. A human child, half Andorian, had just admitted to orchestrating her own discovery. She had engineered the detection of her hybrid nature. She had planned this moment with precision that suggested cognitive abilities far beyond human baseline. The transmissions, Vex said slowly. You were sending genetic data to the Andorian collective. Yes, Maya confirmed. For 3 weeks, my neural tissue can generate patterns that your biosensors interpret as random noise. I use your own monitoring equipment to transmit my genetic blueprint across interstellar space. The implications cascaded through the quantum network. Earth's quarantine status, implemented to prevent species contamination, had been compromised not by invasion, but by a child conducting unauthorized first contact. You violated every protocol, Theta 7 stated. I've established peace, Maya corrected. The Andorians have received my transmission. They know that hybrid humans exist. They know we're not threats to their survival. They're already preparing to reveal themselves to Earth's governments. That happens in approximately 6 hours. Maya looked up at Theta 7, her hybrid eyes reflecting the scout's crystalline appendages. You can detain me, but you can't stop what's already begun. By walking with me every morning, you became witnesses to humanity's next evolution, and the Zytherians of all species will be credited with facilitating first contact with the Andorian delegation. Commander Vex considered this calculation. The girl had used them. She had calculated their response protocols, predicted their behavioral patterns, engineered her own discovery to achieve maximum strategic advantage. Theta 7 deactivated its restraints. The child, Vex transmitted, is correct. Release her. We will document this moment. History is being written in real time, and we have just been outmaneuvered by a 12-year-old hybrid. Maya, Chim walked toward the settlement. Behind her, the 3 Zytherian scouts followed silently. No longer guards, no longer observers, merely witnesses to something neither species had anticipated. Tomorrow, everything would change.